Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is Tuesday, so it's CASEing the Catalogue day, and I have an absolute gorgeous card today. It is straight out of the Sale A Brations Catalogue, so I'm going to bring that one in just quickly and show you. This Sale A Brations Catalogue is a free catalogue. For every $90, which is the mark here in Australia, you get to choose one of 3 items in here. There is an exception to 2 of the items, which are $180 spend, and there are some new items also added, so check that out. That'll be in the description of this video as well. But one of the items, which is $180 spend, is called Lasting Lily. It's on the last page, so page 19. This is the stamp set here. It's a photopolymer stamp set, and that is what we're using today. So the card is this one here. We're casing this one here, which I think it's a really pretty card. It's a simple design, but absolutely gorgeous. So here is the card. We have a little bit of embossing in the background here with the lace embossing folder. These are absolutely gorgeous stamps, and some nice sequin trim, some gold sequin trim, just to give that little bit of extra oomph. Okay, so let's get over to the card table and we'll get started. So we'll go through the supplies needed for this card in a minute. I just wanted to bring in the Sale A Brations Catalogue and just quickly show you here on this page next to these gorgeous cards here. There is a little rectangle box here, and you can purchase everything in this list with one code, which is just here, for $204. And by purchasing all those there, you can actually receive the Lasting Lily for free. So that's a $204 product buy, and you can purchase this one as your free item, and it'll make these cards here. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly let you be aware there are a few things in the catalogue where you can purchase bundles together to make the project that's listed with it. So for this card we have the lace embossing folder, and it's one of those really thick, gorgeous embossing folders. The inks are Daffodil Delight and Old Olive. We have the gold mini sequin trim. And I also have my card kit here. So it's Old Olive card base, a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and a piece of the Pool Party cardstock. Now all the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog, and that's listed in the description of this video. There's also a link to my online store if you would like to purchase any of your Stampin' Up supplies. If you are going to purchase through me, please use the hostess code for the month, which is also in the description, and I can send you out a free gift. So we're going to start first is the actual card base. It's half a piece of A4 in Old Olive. I've already pre-scored it, so let's just fold on that score line, and I'm just going to burnish that edge. And I'm also going to bring in the Big Shot because we're going to emboss the front cover of our card. Now because this is the thick embossing folder, I'm going to open up my Big Shot platform, and we're only going to use the one cutting plate. So let's pop the front of that. I'm going to open up my card and place the front of that inside the embossing folder, so just like that. I'm going to place the cutting mat on top, and let's just run that quickly through. So if it wasn't the thick style embossing folder, you would need the 2 cutting plates, but this one gives extra dimension to it. Isn't that gorgeous? We don't need the Big Shot anymore, so let's get that out of the road. So next is just a little bit of stamping. Okay, so this stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set, so I'm actually going to bring in my mat, my piercing mat, for that extra cushioning. We're going to start off with the Daffodil Delight ink, we're going to stamp our flowers first. So I'm going to stamp my larger one first. And this is a distinctive stamp set, so it shows like different layers to it. And it'll lighten up a little bit, but you can see it's darker around the outside, darker in the middle, and you can see that little, I think it's called a stamen, just starting to come through now. Let's bring in that smaller flower as well. I'm going to ink that up. If your ink pad's too juicy, the best way to do it is we're just going to move some of that ink to the side. Okay, so I've just moved the ink off a little bit. I'm going to ink up again and then stamp it down. That can sometimes help you get a little bit more nicer image. So we're finished with the Daffodil Delight. Let's bring in the Old Olive ink. We're going to stamp the smaller of the stems, and that's on the smaller flower. Let's line that up a little. Oh, there we go. And we're going to go with the larger stem. Beautiful. And these two leaves here. Now this is a great set. I like how they've done this. We're going to do the smaller stem up top and this the smaller leaf up top and the larger leaf coming down at the bottom. Okay. While we have that ink out, let's bring in that little tiny piece of Pool Party, and we're just going to stamp that sentiment, I adore you. Now this stamp set has quite a few different sentiments, and I'm going to bring that in and just quickly show you, because it's a really all-rounded set. We've got insides and outsides sentiments as well. So we have For the Moments You Can't Put Into Words, Wishing You Well, Today and Always, With Sympathy, I Adore You, Dear Friend, May the constant love of caring friends bring you comfort and peace, Thank you for your endless love and support, Our thoughts are with you, You are proof there is good in the world. So there's some really beautiful sentiments there as well. Okay. Now I'm still going to work just on that Whisper White piece, and I'm going to bring in that mini sequin trim. So as you can see, this is a really easy card. There's not much to it. And I'm just going to create like a little bow. And I find the best way to pop this together is sticking a glue dot just in the middle there. I want the tails to be about the same. So let's bring in the glue dots. Pick up and grab one of those, and I just want to stick it underneath there and popping it down onto the glue dot. Now if it misses anything, so like that top one didn't get, let's bring in another one. You can pop the top together. So that's not going anywhere, that's on there. So let's bring in a couple of dimensionals, and I've found the small mini dimensionals are the best for this one. So I'm going to stick one on either side, because I'm sort of making sure it's on holes. And then I'm going to stick a mini glue dot in the middle. Stick that straight on top of that mini sequin trim. Okay, let's take the backings off. And if you prefer, you could banner cut your ends as well. But let's just line that up so it's in the middle of the two bow pieces and just pushing down. And this is just going to be popped straight down onto our card base. So let's bring our card base in. And I've got it just a little bit over, so I'm going to actually attach it to the bottom so it's even, and then we're going to chop off that little bit extra on the top because there's a little bit more room up there. So let's bring in the Tombow glue. This is just multi-purpose glue. Gives it a really strong adhesive. It also has that nice little bit of wiggle room as well. Okay, so let's pop him down in the middle on either side, but flush with the bottom. Okay. Just going to pop it over. Let's just chop off that extra there. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's card. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and I'd love to hear all your comments. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do. I have 2 videos every single week coming out to you, so if you're subscribed, you're not going to miss anything. If you live in Australia, you can purchase your Stampin' Up supplies through me, through my online store. If you are purchasing through me, please use that hostess code and I can send you out a free gift. And I also have Inky rewards as well, so check my blog for more details on my rewards. Okay, have a wonderful day and I'll see you all soon. Bye.